Hi friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss how to install Node.js and Visual Studio Code in Windows 11 platform. So I sincerely request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. Node.js is an open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment. Once you have written the program in the Visual Studio related to the JavaScript, that program you can execute with the help of Node.js. So Node.js is useful for you to execute the JavaScript program. The Visual Studio is useful for you to write the JavaScript programs. Till now, whatever the programs we have written related to the JavaScript, all the programs I have embedded them in the HTML, either in the body tag or in the head tag with the help of script tag. Once we have executed the HTML program, we used to get the output if there are no issues in the program. If there are any issues, the errors does not used to be displayed. Instead of that one, output does not used to come. So we does not know what is the issue. Then we need to look at the entire program line by line, and then we need to identify the syntactical errors, and then we need to rectify, and then if we execute the HTML program, we are supposed to get the output. Instead of that one, if there are some issues or there are some syntactical errors, that errors to be displayed, then we can do with the help of Node.js and vscode. So as I said, Node.js is a running platform. So for which one? JavaScript. So Node.js is an open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment and library running web applications outside the client browser. So this is the one advantage. Till now, whatever the programs we are running, we are executing them on the browser, either in the Microsoft Edge or the Mozilla Firefox or Google Chrome. Instead of that one, if you want to run the web applications or the JavaScript programs outside the client browser, you can use the Node.js. And coming to the Visual Studio is a streamlined code editor with support development operations like debugging, task running, etc. So it is an IDE. Once you have the IDE, you can write the program. So with the help of Visual Studio, in these lectures, I will write the JavaScript program, and with the help of Node.js, I can run them. So VS Studio or Visual Studio is an editor. It's like a notepad. You can write your programs, and also Notepad++. There also you can write the program. So Visual Studio is also an editor where I will write the JavaScript programs, and with the help of Node.js, I will execute the JavaScript program. Now let me discuss how can we install the Visual Studio Code or VS Code. To do that one, I will go to any browser, and then I will simply type google.com, and then I will write VS Code or Visual Studio Code. Then you will go to the official website. You can see https code.visualstudio.com. Let me click on this one, Visual Studio. Now if you observe, download for Windows option is there. If you want to download it for other operating system, then you need to click on this one, and then you can observe Mac and Windows X4 and Linux X4 is there. You can go for the stable and insiders also. I want to go for the Windows. Let me click on this one. And now you can observe the VS Code is downloading. Now let me open that file, show in folder. And then if you observe, VS Code user setup 64-bit 1.762.exe file has been downloaded. Now let me double click on this one. If I double click on it, then installing will start. If you observe, the license agreement is asking. By default, it is I don't accept the agreement. I need to change it. If I accept the agreement only, then I can install any software. So let me click on I accept the agreement. And if you observe, there are two buttons, next and cancel. Please click on the next. If you cancel it, then the installation will stop. Now if you observe where it is installing, in the C, users, IIITDM, app data, and then local programs Microsoft VS Code, and it is asking at least you should have 334 MB of free disk space is required for you. If you have that much free space in the C drive, then only you install. If you does not have that much free space in the C drive, then you can install it in any other drive. If you want to do it, click on the browse button and then you can select the drive and then install. As I have enough space in the C drive, let me click on the next button, and now you can see select startup menu folder. I'm just saying it as Visual Studio, means that is the folder name. It will click, and then if you don't want to create a startup menu folder, then you can click on this one, but however I'm just clicking on next, and then you can see create a desktop icon. Yeah, please do it, because if I am going to the desktop and if I click on the icon, the Visual Studio will open. So let me click on this one, and then let me click on next, and then I will click on install, and now the installation is about to finish. It will take very less time. Now if you observe, the Visual Studio installation has been completed. If you want to launch it, you need to click on finish. If you does not want to launch it, just unclick on this one and then finish it, because I want to install the Node.js, then only I want to open the Visual Studio and then execute the JavaScript programs. Let me go to the browser and let me type google.com, and then I will write Node.js. Now you can see the official website of Node.js will be visible. You can see https nodejs.org. Always you need to prefer the official websites. So I will click on this official website. Now you can see 18.15.0 LTS recommended for most users. Okay, so either you can go for the current or LTS, but always preferable to go for the LTS. Now I will click on this one. Now you can see the latest Node.js has been downloaded. So which version it is? 18.15.0 LTS. Now let me click on this one, show in folder. Now you are in the download. So the download has been successfully completed, and now let me install the Node.js. Now let me double click on this one. Now you can observe the Node.js setup has started. It is giving an information that welcome to Node.js setup wizard. Let me click on next, and then I need to accept the terms in the license agreement. You can read all the license agreement document if you have enough time. Just click on I accept the terms in the license agreement, and then you have 4 buttons are there. One is print, back, next, cancel. Let me click on next, and now you can observe where the Node.js is installing by default. See, program files, Node.js. If you want to change it, you need to click on this button called change, and then you can change the folder. Instead of that one, I am just clicking on next, and then I will click on next. It is very simple. Okay, and then you can click on automatically install the necessary tools. Note that will also install all these things. I just don't want to do that one. I will just click on next and then install. Now the installation will finish in very less time. So we have successfully installed the Node.js. Let me finish this one, and I will go to the browser. What I am supposed to do, I need to open the Visual Studio. As I said earlier, we have created the Visual Studio desktop icon or the shortcut. Let me click on this one. If you open the Visual Studio first time, then it will give you these options, whether you want in the dark mode or you want to have the dark high contrast backgrounds, light high contrast background, light. Let me click on light, and then I will go to the next section. Okay, next section, mark done, and then you will get the welcome. Let me close this one. Now what I will do is that I will create a folder I will go for the JavaScript. Already folder is there. In the JavaScript, I will click on new folder and I will write JS program. So what I will do, all the programs I will save in this folder. Okay, so I have created a folder called JS program in the desktop JavaScript. What I will do is that I will go to the VS Studio and then I will click on file, open folder. Let me click on open folder and then I need to select that folder whatever I have given. So in desktop JavaScript JS programs, let me click on select folder. You can see trust the authors of files in the partner. Yes, I trust the authors. Okay, now you can create a new JavaScript program and then you can write your program and you can execute it. To do that one, we are in now JS program folder. In that folder, I want to create a new JavaScript program. To do that one, you need to click on new file and then you can give the name either as first.js or second.js, anything. So the file name is first and the extension is JS, so JavaScript. Now let me click on OK. Now I can write the JavaScript program. So I will write console.log and then I will write welcome to Parnika tutorials YouTube channel and let me end with a semicolon. If I want to execute the program, first I need to save it. How can I save it? Just click on Ctrl S and then if you want to execute with the help of terminal, then you can click on terminal and then new terminal. It is a PowerShell. So here what you can do is that you can type node and the file name first.js. Let me click on this one. You got the output as welcome to Parnika tutorials YouTube channel. But remember one important point. We are installing the Node.js and Visual Studio Code. Am I right? First you are supposed to install the Visual Studio, then you are supposed to install the Node.js. If you have installed the Node.js first and then Visual Studio Code, then when you are typing the node command, okay, node and the file name and with an extension called JS, then you will get an error. What is that error? Say node cannot be recognized, some error will come. If you get that error, what you are supposed to do also I will discuss. But as I have installed the Visual Studio then Node.js, I did not get that error. But if you are installing the Node.js first then Visual Studio Code, then that error will come. If you get that error, what you are supposed to do is that you need to go to the C drive, because in the C drive only I have installed the Node.js. So I will go to this PC and the C drive. In the C drive, program files, and then you can observe Node.js. Let me tell you again, you need to go to the C drive, okay, and then program files and then Node.js, because in this folder only we have installed the Node.js. Now go to this URL, copy this one. So what is the URL? You are copying C program files Node.js. So in this folder the Node.js setup is there. Now what you are supposed to do is that you need to click on the edit the system environment. So what you are supposed to do is that you need to click on Windows item and then you need to click on edit or EDI and then you can see the edit environment variables for your account. Click on, then you can observe system properties. Click on environmental variables, then you can find user variables and system variables. Click on path, click on edit, okay, and then click on new and paste that one. What is that? C program files Node.js. So in this folder only all the files of Node.js are there. Now click on OK, click on OK and click on OK and then you have done. So if you execute the program after setting up the path, then there will be no issue. Whether you have installed the Node.js first or VS Code first, there is no issue. If you don't want to face these issues, first install the VS Code, then go for the Node.js. If you are facing any node issues, then you can follow the steps whatever I have discussed. And one more important point I forgot to tell you. If you want to execute simply, like, because if you see the certain IDEs, you will have the run button. You no need to go to the terminal and then type node and the file name with an extension called JS. You just want the run button. If you want such run buttons, that also you can do with the help of Visual Studio. You can see the extensions. Go for the extensions and then type code runner. Now you can see code runner. Install this one. So click on install. It is installing. It will take very less time. See, already it has been installed. Now if you go to the first.js, now you can observe the run code option is available. You can click on run code. Automatically you will get the output. Welcome to Parnika Tutorials YouTube channel. Let me write something else, console.log, and then I will write like, share and subscribe. And now let me end with the semicolon. Let me save this program and then just click on run code. Now you can see we got the output as welcome to Parnika Tutorials YouTube channel, like, share and subscribe. So like this you can execute the JavaScript program in the VS Code with the help of Node.js. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.